Welcome to the interactive body balance radio show for health and fitness tips.
All right, here we go. Welcome back to Interactive Body Balance Radio. I'm your host, Mike Dacey, and thank you guys so much for joining our show today. From around the world, where we talk health, fitness, nutrition, and personal development. I hope all of you are doing well. The show will air on Friday, May 14th, 2021. Trying to get one out again, as we did one a few days ago. So, what can I say? Sunny weather up here in Canada. I think it's 21 degrees Celsius today, or 70 Fahrenheit for my American friends. So it's a nice day. On my breaks, getting some vitamin D, trying to get out in the sun. Meetings all day. Meetings right till, I don't even know, 6 o'clock today on a Friday. But it is what it is. So you guys are amazing. Thanks for tuning in. I want to do a show on some foods for mineral and vitamin deficiencies. I get a lot of clients and patients, right? They have various illnesses, various chronic diseases, and they run some tests. You can run a SpectraCell, a micronutrient test to look at some of your deficiencies to say, what are you low in, right? So what minerals are you low in? What vitamins are you low in? You can look at amino acids, right? It's pretty cool. You can do that a lot. There's various labs to do that, folks, so you can reach out and ask, but SpectraCell is one of them. And then you can, do things that will help that and improve that or enhance your deficiencies, right? And I just found it very helpful for people. But for people who can't afford labs or people who can't, run blood work and see what they're deficient in or see what their numbers look like, I'm going to give you some of the common deficiencies we see and some of the foods that can help out with that. So that's the whole point, just to give you guys an idea of what we see and what the problem is. Okay, iron, as I've said before, I think maybe a month ago, big deficiency in people. It is an essential mineral, large component of the red blood cells. Carries oxygen through your body, right, folks? The red blood cells carry the oxygen through your body. Iron is very, very helpful, and we need it, right? Two types, hemi-iron. That's found in animal meats. I say this all the time. Red meat, very well absorbed. And then there's non-hemi. That's for the vegans, the vegetarians out there. But primarily found in some plant foods as well. A little bit of animal food. Don't get yourself, cage yourself. But non-hemis I associate a lot with plant-based foods. Okay. Big one. 25% of people. And some of the stuff I get all my info from Harvard Health right now today. Healthline gives some information on this. I got 3-4 sources of the data. You can reach out anytime. I'll send you the links. But all documented, all quoted, all referenced. 25% of people worldwide are supposedly deficient in iron. Rises to 47% in preschool children. You guys get 30% of menstruating women may be deficient as well due to the monthly blood loss, and up to 42% of young pregnant women. When I used to train personal training clients, I had a few that were iron deficient. And let me tell you, if it was that time of month and I was training them, I had to go real easy because they would get lightheaded. They would be, a little woozy, foggy. And so they were iron deficient and menstruating, and it was a big problem, right? So just think about that. Something to be aware of. I use a lot of anecdotal evidence because I've trained a lot of people, probably 1,000 different clients, maybe more. And then, of course, I transition into functional health and looking at labs and data and what we do now. Some good sources. Red meat, always good quality meat, folks. Not the stuff you get for $2 a piece, a pound, or whatever you want to call it. But red meat's got iron in it. Organ meat, liver, stuff like that. Shellfish, you guys get the point. And then non-hemi-iron, beans, seeds, dark leafy greens. Okay? Little caveat says as well from Harvard here, do not supplement with iron unless you know you need it. So you have to be low before you supplement because it can cause harm if you have too much. Okay? Iodine. We always talk about iodine, selenium, and the thyroid, but people are iodine deficient. It's very helpful, as I said, for the thyroid. I test the thyroid patients. I test the thyroid and oh my God, guys, like all the different sources. I was going to say, the autoimmune conditions with the thyroid, right? And we look at so many different markers. Hashimoto's as well too. You guys get the point. Don't want to go too deep, but very common. There's some studies saying it affects nearly a third of the world's population, right? A third. Isn't that crazy? And it can be linked to serious harm. Good sources are seaweed, fish, dairy, eggs, and you guys get the point on that. Number 3, I kind of alluded to it, right? I was outside today catching some rays. Vitamin D deficiency. Very helpful for many reasons. Wow. They call it a vitamin, right? They say it's a vitamin, but a lot of people deep down it's hormone, right? So vitamin D, right? Vitamin D, but it's really, really, really important, and people are deficient in it. Again, vitamin D, fat-soluble vitamin. I've taught this before, B and C, right, are water-soluble, and then we can go on with A, D, E, K, etc. for fat-soluble. But I like to give you the numbers. About 42% of the people may be deficient in the vitamin. Rises to 74% older adults, and 82% of people with dark skin are vitamin D deficient. Unbelievable. And again, you can test for it, and I've talked about the different forms of vitamin D. I'm trying to keep the show layman's terms right now, but get outside, folks. Get your vitamin D. Sources of food: cod liver oil, fatty fish, egg yolks. You guys get it, right? Lots of good sources of vitamin D there for food. Another one, B12. We talk about nervous system. It's a water-soluble vitamin. Very helpful for energy. I always talk about that because patients come in, Mike, I'm vitamin D deficient, vitamin B12 deficient, and what do I do about it? I'm like, well, let's test for other things too, not just B12, because that's just a systemic, diagnosis that many people give, but there's something underlying going on. But, so we look at all the vitamins and minerals. Okay, folks, you get that? But, it is prevalent for many people. Good source of vitamin B12, shellfish, organ meat, eggs, good sources of other good beef. You guys get the point. I get so many more. Calcium deficiency here. That is a big one too. I don't want to get into all the data on it, but it is one. Vitamin A. I was doing a lot of research on vitamin A in children and eyesight. Oh my God, folks. Big one. They're deficient in that. Vitamin A, you can get from many sources of food. You get fish liver oil, organ meat, carrots, dark green leafy vegetables, all very helpful. Okay. Couple other ones here, and I'll finish with this one. Magnesium, because it is prevalent. Magnesium, I use with a lot of clients and patients for relaxation, calm down, relax. Magnesium. I talked about different forms of magnesium, right? Bicarbonate, citrate. I have magnesium salts, Epsom salts in the bath. You get it. Very helpful. Key mineral, essential for bone, T structure. Half of the U.S. population consumes less than the required amount of magnesium. Low intake and blood levels of magnesium are associated with several conditions like type 2 diabetes, metabolic syndrome, heart disease, osteoporosis, etc. Some studies find that 9 to 65% of hospitalized patients are low in magnesium. That's a big range, folks. I get it, but I see it 30-40% of the time. Okay? So, where do you get it from? Whole grains, some nuts, some dark chocolate, those dark green leafy vegetables. Lots of good stuff. That was a fire hose. Let me summarize for you. You can test for your deficiencies. If you're not feeling optimal, you can test for mineral and vitamin deficiencies. It is a blood panel. It is the best one for it. And then you can say, okay, now here's I'm deficient. Now let's try to, get some good healthy foods to alleviate some of these deficiencies. Are there any pathways that are blocked? So, as your practitioner, are there other pathways that are causing these deficiencies? Are there any, issues or chronic conditions? And then get those foods into you that can help. And, or if you need, with the help of a practitioner, some supplements, right, that can help you guys along. And a lot of foods go hand in hand together, and we can get into that because I've talked about combining foods for optimal performance. Make sense? You guys are amazing. Okay, first book, Transformation from Within, is free on the website. The website is almost revamped and redone. I hope it's going to be done in a week or so. MikeDasiuk.com, MikeDasiuk.com, InteractiveBodyBalance.com. It's great. How to Restore Your Health is the second book. You can get it anywhere, folks. Anywhere. Go online. Barnes & Noble, Kobo, right? Everywhere, right? Amazon, Walmart, Target, doesn't matter. How to Restore Your Health. Okay? There we go. Email. I have to give you an email because I get emails every day from you fine people and just amazing clients that listen to this, and we're blessed with the thousands of downloads every day. You guys are great, but INFO, so info at MikeDasiuk.com. Social media, Mike Dasiuk on Facebook, Interactive Body Balance on Facebook, Mike Dasiuk on Instagram. So, yeah, I know I spell a lot, but it's a hard name to spell. I know Dasiuk's hard. Trust me, I've been saying it my whole life. Twitter, Mike Dasiuk. Just go over there, folks. I put out motivational stuff. I put out health studies. I put out pictures of myself, my family. I mix it up, I switch it up, all for the benefit of my clients, but also people that cannot become clients, just the average person that just wants to learn. Why? I've spent 25 years in this space, literally 25 years studying labs, foods, supplements. I've seen over 1,000 patients, 1,000, as I mentioned, personal training clients, more than that. Read lots of literature, have lots of great mentors. If you guys ever want some good mentors in any of these spaces, right? So religious, spiritual, nutrition, physical fitness. I mean, it just like 5 to 10 for each one of those categories comes to my mind, right? And I can help you guys out with that. And I always refer out and recommend other people when I cannot help them. And if you've listened to me for any period of time, you know that. This is what I do. I just did it. I did it twice this week. I referred people out to other practitioners in California, right? So I wish them well, and they'll do very well, and we'll stay in touch. But there was a good fit and a good mix out there. What do I tell my kids every day? You find people, and one, you got to work hard. I don't like lazy people. I don't know why. I mean, I don't not like them. I just don't like their work ethic, right? You got to work hard. You have to put in the work. Number 2, add value. So this is your God-given skill set. This is what you've been gifted with. At least one skill or genetic gift, maybe 2, 3. I usually see 1 to 2, the 3 maybe max. You got that. Add that value to the world. 3, help other people. You can do that. You can be kind. You can be helpful. You can pull out chairs, open doors. You can do all this to help other people. And of course, number 4, smile and have some fun. It's Friday, it's the weekend, it's sunny. I'm going to try and have some fun and with the family and friends and whatever else we can do under lockdown in Ontario, but I'm going to have some fun. Okay? Hope you guys like the show. Live with passion, live with purpose, live with intent. We'll talk to you guys real soon. Bye for now.